Okay, well, we are live with our session. Good evening once again. I want to welcome each and everyone who has tuned in today for this session. And this is Rogers Mukalire. I'm going to be doing a quick demonstration of the Sharebility CBC report software. And I'm going to be doing it immediately without wasting a lot of time. Yeah, so we shall be able to interact and share some other comments and feedback later on at the end. Okay, so right away, I'm sharing my computer here. Now, the Sharebility software is a simple and easy to use software that we have programmed using Microsoft Office. Every school, every computer has Microsoft Office and is already familiar. Teachers use it for typing exams, for managing their class lists. So using a software tool which is already familiar to teachers is one of our biggest advantages. And the other thing is it is low cost. So when you get the Sharebility software, to get it, you will be able to get it through email. We shall send you an email when you buy. You buy it from our website. We have Sharebility web services, sharebility.net. When you go to Sharebility software tools, okay, you go there on Sharebility software tools. And when you go there, you'll find we have report software for various levels. We have primary, we have A level. All of them are only 100,000 shillings. The software itself, yeah. But you come here and then you place an order, and you fill in your details, check out, and you'll be able to receive the software on your email. So you just fill in your details here, and then you check out. You receive an invoice. You can pay using mobile money, or you can pay online. Yeah, so for now, I'm going to just stop at this point, but you can be able to log in, and then you'll receive an email from Sharebility telling you, giving you the link. So you receive an email, you'll be able to get a download like this. This is a zipped folder. So when you download it, when you go to your email, you find a link for downloading. So you download, and then you put it on your desktop like I've done. Then you right click, and then after right clicking on it, it will ask you to put in a password. So there is a password which comes with this zip folder. You ask us, the person you have sent to the money, or if you have bought it on the system, you receive an email. There are contacts there. So you just call the number or WhatsApp, and then we give you the password. Okay, so there is a simple password here that you put in. So once you put in that password, it is going to extract, and it is going to bring some items inside the folder, and it is going to be like this. So first of all, you'll find some PDFs, and then also you'll find another folder inside. So now the PDFs are three. We have this one, which is the NCDC sample. When NCDC released this sample in 2022, we immediately went to the computer, because the new curriculum encourages us to use low-cost available tools. So we went to the computer and we said, can't we use our Excel that we have to program something that schools can use? Even before other organizations came up with systems, for us we made a simple tool that we can be helped to comply to the guidelines. So this was a format of NCDC that was provided, and we labored to make sure that we follow it to the dot. Yeah, but the only issue we had here is that this format had over 7 pages, and it would become inconveniencing to print a lot of pages and also costs. So we just put everything the way it is in here and made sure that it fits on only 4 pages. That is 2 sheets of paper. So if you have been printing a report card of 1 page, of one sheet of paper. This time it will only be 2 sheets of paper if you print back to back, and you will have your report card. Yeah, but everything is there, so we have not really broken. So there is a circular here from NCDC as well, so we have also provided it in the zipped folder. You will get it to mean that we are just conforming to the guidelines that we provided by NCDC for a good report card that is needed. Yeah, so I know members have read through this report card, including the grading system that was provided, and members know. Now, our report card sample is also inside the zip folder. The report card sample shows what we have managed to do, how we have managed to condense and reorganize information on this report card so that you can be able to have a simple report card. So we have it like this. There is a linear number, there is a school pay code. These ones are some fees balance, the house. This field of house you could use it. If you don't use it. Some of these fields are optional, or you can put some other field there. So it also allows putting photos, attendance, and then we have the competencies, the scores, and unique skills and marks. So we have all these features just like the way the NCDC, but only that here we maximize the space usage, make sure that everything fits on only 3 pages. Now the 4th page is the summary page, and we have provided 3 options as you are going to see. The first option is the format for term 1. Ideally, schools are not supposed to give exams out of 80. So if your school has only given the activities of integration, this is the report card you are going to use. This page, it has the summary of the topics and then the formative score out of 20, and then the comments and the teacher. If your school that term has not given out of 80 exams which are summative in nature. At the bottom, all the other information which was in the NCDC sample is there, the key, and then the co-curricular activities, the project work is there. So you find information about 3 projects. We have made a provision for 3 projects. Unlike other systems which are not putting project work, we have project work also being reported about the score, the top title of the project, and the description, and even co-curricular activities. Yeah, so this is the report card in case you're in term 1 and your school has not given any summative assessment exams. But in some terms, like 3rd term, we give what we call end of year exams, and some schools are even giving summative exams even at end of term. So we made a provision for those basing on still the NCDC. If you go to the NCDC sample, there was a summary page which was provided in the NCDC sample. So this is the summary page. The summary page was like this. This was provided by NCDC. The subject, the 20%, 80%, then 100%. So we did exactly that here. We got the subject 20%, 80%, and 100%, and the grade as guided by NCDC. And we have the summary page there. Yeah. So so this is the summary page. This is first option based on the NCDC format, and at the bottom here we have the overall the identifier, if the learner is moderate, high, or low, and still we have the other details, the projects and other things. So in this case, if you're in a term where there was an 80% exam, then the other page, you will not use this one. This one will be deleted and instead remain this one. Then finally, we have added, because schools have been asking for this format, we have added a combined layout. We have added a combined layout where we have the activities of integration, and also this is a new one in version 3, the activities of integration, and also the total, the formative out of 20, and then also the out of 80, all on the same page, such that it is easy to see. So here, as you compare here, the out of 20 was alone, but the parents need to know how did this 20 come about. So the 20 is here also summarized, and then also the out of 80. The same information just being organized on the same page, and then you have this. So of these 3 report layouts, you just choose one. Ideally, the report card is only 4 pages. The 3 pages are up here for the TLD report, and then you choose one of the other 3 layouts for a given term for your school. So you'll decide which report card format to use. So this is in conformity with the guidelines, and this report shareability report software is evolving right from when we started. Every time we keep improving. Now I'm going to be showing you now how do you generate this. This one is the sample. How can this sample be generated? Now to generate now, you go into this folder, which is Sharebility CBC report software. So ideally what you do, you copy this folder here and you go and put it on the teachers' computers. You put it on the teachers' computers, and you copy it from the other one. So this is the Sharebility CBC report software. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create, it's better to first create a folder. I'm going to create a folder and I call it senior 1. Let me hope members are hearing me just to cross check. Can someone unmute and tell me whether you can hear me? Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we are getting you.
We are getting you.
Okay, thank you very much. So you create folders. You create a folder for senior 1, you create a folder for senior 2, and you create a folder for each class. You can create these folders on the same computer, or you can put on different computers, because you don't want teachers to congest on one computer. So you can create a senior 1 folder on one computer. If you have like 3 computers or 4 computers in the staff room, you can put them there. Some schools have staff labs. Then you come into this and you copy this Sharebility CBC report software and you paste in each of these folders. So you make instances. You don't you paste it in senior 1. Let me just do this. So I'm going to go to senior 2, and then I paste that particular. So I make copies of the software. Yeah. So don't just get this and then edit it, and then you want for another class, and then you edit the other one. So you make copies, but remember you also still have the other zipped folder that you got. So it is also there in safe custody. You can always go back to it. So now I'm going to go into senior 1. So for the senior 1 copy now, I open now for senior 1. So I'm going to call this one data entry senior 1 version 4.0. Let me just go to, let me do senior 2. So I'm going to go to senior 2, and then I rename this data entry sheet. I'm going to call it senior 2. Okay, so senior 2, and there is also a report system which also has senior 2. So I'm trying to, let me try to see if I can be a bit fast so that I don't take a lot of time. So I have this. So those are the things. So you have a folder called the photos. Now in this folder called the photos, you can put there photos of your children. If you have some photos, you can take photos even with a camera, or you can take photos using even a good smartphone and crop them and put them inside here and give them names of children there like that. Yeah. So now you open the data entry sheet. Before you open the report card, you start with the data entry sheet. And in this data entry sheet, for those of you who have been using the old versions like Mr. Ainom Juni, you're going to realize some new improvements in this particular version. And we have been listening to feedback every time. This software, by the way, I can tell you that we have over 100 schools that are using this software, and we are proud of that. We decided to create a simple tool which is low cost, because there are other systems which are millions of money, but this is a tool which is familiar. Everyone knows Excel, and low cost, and it brings out the format that was suggested as prescribed by the authorities. So when you open the software like this, it is going to bring a simple data entry sheet. Now, this Excel opens easily. We don't use macros or anything. It is just a normal simple Excel. So it is easy to use. So on the data entry sheet, you'll find the class teachers sheet. On the class teacher sheet is where you will enter the names of your learners. Now here, let me first remove these other. Now, when you have to remove data, don't delete the row. Don't delete the row like this. It will cause inconsistency with the other tabs because they are connected. Instead, you just remove the data only. And you can remove data up to somewhere here. Yeah, don't remove the blue area. The blue area don't remove, only remove data like this. Yeah, so you can remove data, and then you come and now put in your the sample names which were there were sample names to show you what to enter. So I can come here. I'm going to create I don't know whether members are hearing me or are breaking, but let me proceed. So I'm going to create for Mr. I can see I have Mr. Lugwana Benedict. So let me create Mr. Lugwana Benedict. Lugwana. So I'm going to, Mr. Lugwana Benedict is going to be maybe linear number is maybe 213110. So you can put either a linear number, or if you don't have linear numbers, just put 1, 2, 3 up to 200 or 100 learners that you are having. So here I'm going to put Lugwana. Benedict is the first name. Okay, so I'm going here Benedict, and then I have Lugwana. Okay, so let me try to zoom in so that people can see very well. Okay, Benedict Lugwana, that is it. Now I don't have Lugwana's photo here. I wish I had it. Lugwana is our member from Itawu. I don't have your photo here. Okay, so I would have put your photo, but let me just let me first see. Mr. Lugwana, you should be on the internet. Let me do something very good for you. So Lugwana Benedict. Let me search for your photo, Lugwana. So for the other one, we would use a camera and we take a photo. So I'm going to take a photo for Mr. Lugwana Benedict. Mr. Lugwana Benedict is here. So let me save this image, and where am I saving it? I'm putting it under Senior 2, under Sharebility Report Software, under Photos, and I'm calling it Lugwana. Okay, of course your learners will not be on the internet, so for your learners you need to use a camera and take photos, and then you put them there. So I'm going to come in here and I right click. I'm going to select there, right click, and then I'm going to select down here. I'm going to come and set link. Okay, and then I select Lugwana's photo. Okay, so it will put there a link to Lugwana's photo in that area. Then the stream, I put there maybe Senior 2 East. Then the house, I can put there yellow house. Now, some schools don't have houses, and maybe there's some other thing you want to display on your report card, maybe sex, or you want to display their religion. You can use this, change this field instead of house. You can put there religion, and then you put religions. So you can use that field as an additional field for you for displaying some information that may not be catered for originally. Now, total days. So in a term, if we have 12 weeks, how many days do learners study? 5 days a week. So 5 times 12, total days are 60. Then, as a class teacher, whenever you come, you can just be taking note of those learners who are absent. Just ask the learners who is not absent, who is not present, and then they tell you Kagwa and Alex. So you know that you can easily do roll call by counting those who are absent. So we did it. So for Lugwan, if we know that in the whole term he was absent 5 days, the system automatically will compute how many days Lugwana was present. So I made that as something. Then this other side, you can comment about games, whether he's active in sports. You can be able to see the comment at the top here. So these ones, you can leave them for the games teacher or the physical education teacher. Then the projects, in case learners have done any project in chemistry, you put there chemistry, the subject, and then the project name, liquid soap project. And what did the learner do? What was the score out of 10? And also the comment about Ghana's participation in that particular project. Remember, projects are group work. Yeah, so we have a provision for up to 3 projects in a term. So you can just put the subject and the project title in that area. Then this side, the class teacher's comment and the head teacher's comment, you don't type them. They will be auto-generated. Just leave them. They will come automatically later, unless if you want to override and put your own comments. Now we have the fees balance. In case you have records about fees balance from the BASA, you can put the fees balance and the school pay code. In case you are using school pay or any other payment system, you can put there the code. So basically, the class teacher's sheet also at the end, it has some areas for settings. One of the first settings is the comments which are going to come against the formative score, activities of integration, the comment out of 20. You can customize these comments. So if I say very good in several areas of the subunit topic is covered, you can be able to customize these comments. There are some comments which have been put there. There is a question here: did the students do 80 out of 80 assessment? You can say yes or no. In case you're in a term, like in this case, we're in first term and learners never did, are not going to do out of 8 exams, you can say no. If you are in a term where learners are going to do at your school exams out of 8 at the end, then you say yes. The system will automatically make a report card accordingly, based on what you have chosen. Then we have other grading scale here, like from the NCDC sample, which comes from G, A plus F up to G. The descriptor, which goes against each of these grades, and also the default class teacher's comment for learners who are falling in that particular range. So all these comments have been put, and they can enable you, you can help them. Then also we have added in this version an option for the head teacher's comments based on the average grade, and they're also here. These options here are there. You are going to see them how they are going to work. Then finally, we in this system, in this latest version, we have something new which is known as generic skills. Now we have put here comments because we realize many teachers didn't know how to comment about generic skills, the soft skills. So we have put them here, the positive comments. A learner exhibits is detail-oriented, shows initiative in projects, is consistent and meets deadlines. We have close to 80 comments here, can communicate effectively. So in this report card, one of the problems teachers have been having is typing generic skills. So we have sample comments here, and you as a teacher, you can add in more others that you are going to use. Now, when we reach the other side of generic skills, we shall just be choosing from these ones, but we can also be able to add our own comments, type manually where we need to do so. So the constructive comments are also there. Needs to work on meeting deadlines, can benefit from conflict management, should think more on how to solve things, struggles to use computers and the internet, These are critical generic skills, ICT proficiency, mathematical computation, which are the generic skills that we are having. So we have several, this column, sample generic skills. Now, so you can have one learner and you can put even another learner. Let me just put an example. Let me just put a second one here just quickly, just for so if you have your class list, you can even copy and paste special your learners' names. Now for Mukalere Rogers, I'm going to select Mukalere and I put there, and the stream is S2 West. You can even have 2 streams on this same sheet, and then you proceed. Okay, so out of 60, Mukalere attended 4 classes, and the other comments I'm going to first leave. Now, after the class teacher has done his part, so the class teacher enters the names of students, assigns the photos, and also can go and try to customize the grading system and some of the comments there. Now, other teachers, they will not struggle with this. Other teachers, if you're a teacher of mathematics, you just come to mathematics direct. That's where you will go. The other class teacher is the one who does the homework, the preparation of the class sheet. And the other teachers, when they come, they will automatically find there, Lugana Benedict will be there, Mukalere Rogers will be there automatically, and all these other details. You don't change. If you're a math teacher, don't change from. If you try to change, it is data validation. It is going to refuse. Don't edit from here. It's the class teacher who is supposed to update the names of learners. So the blue areas are not editable. So as a class teacher, what you do is, for you, you will come and enter in the scores in activities of integration basing on the syllabus. So for example, I have here the mathematics syllabus. For if you want to get the syllabus books, they are available on the NCDC website. When you go to NCDC website, ncdc.go.ug, you click on resources, and then you click on secondary, you'll find the syllabus books here for your reference. So I've downloaded one for mathematics. So in mathematics, when I scroll down where there is program planner, so there are many things inside here. The things of generic skills are there, the cross-cutting issues, so you can be able to understand. So we have, in term 1, we have 4 topics: number bases, working with integers, fractions, and then regular Cartesian coordinates. So it means we shall have only, here we have a provision for 5 topics, but this time we shall only use 4 topics. So we expect scores for each of these topics. We expect an activity of integration. For the first topic, that is the first topic is number bases. So we shall expect an activity of integration here for number bases, and marks for the second topic, the third topic, and the fourth topic. And for this one, if Mukalere, for example, missed one topic, you put X, and it will automatically show missed assessment. If you make these marks, for example, if this one failed, go to 1, go to 0.9 in this one, go to 1.5 in this one, and go to 1 here. So the comments are automatically changing here. Achieved some competencies. If I put here 0.5, the comment automatically is changing here. Achieved very few or no competencies. The comments are automated, but you can be able to type in your own comment if you have the time. Some of our schools, we have like 20 learners only. So as a teacher, you may want to write here a remark and say that, okay, Mr. Lugwana is having challenges with the fractions. So you can write a custom comment that is doing well, but needs to improve on how to draw diagrams. So you can be able to, the teacher's remark on competence, what the learner can do in that topic. The automated comments have been put there for basing on performance, but they can be customized. So you can be able to use them as just the starting step, especially if you have very huge classes and very many learners. Yeah, so it may be difficult for some of the teachers to type. But now the Sharebility software here helps you in that. Now, In case it is an end of year term, a term where learners have done out of 80, you can go ahead also and put the mark. If you put an X, it will also put a grade X. And if you put a 50, it will put grade C plus it adds on the other formative assessment. If you put 78, it becomes an A. Now, when it comes to generic skills, this has been in the old version, this was manual typing, but in this new version, you can select from the various generic skills over 80 options here. So we can be able to select, for example, manager's time, because here in generic skills we are looking at the soft skills and all these other transferable high order soft skills. So if your learner is good at time management, you can select that. Now, in case you want to change this comment, instead of this, you come here in this column. You can type here any comment and it will be added on the list of comments. You can either put it below here. So I can say, for example, is very good at team building in class. Okay, so if I want this also to be a custom comment, or even these comments, you can change them. So when I come in here and I click on this drop down, I will see that comment will now be there. Is very good at team building in class. So whereas we have made it easy for teachers to enter generic skills from the various comments that have been provided, we have comments which are positive and also constructive, where learners have weaknesses. For example, should engage more in class discussions, attention to detail is an area of growth. So we have put some good generic, good comments that you can add, but you are free to even edit, and you can even just type your comment somewhere, a custom comment, and then you copy that comment and just paste it in here. Yeah, that is also another way of you supplying your own comment for that particular learner, if you think maybe you want particular observation on generic skills, if you have the time for your learners. But otherwise, you can be able to use this to easily enter in the generic. That is a new feature in version. It wasn't there in version 3. This is a new feature in version 4. Now, you go ahead and you enter as mathematics. You just enter like that. History, you enter the comments, and you can override some of these other comments if you want, and you can select generic skills or type in your own generic skills that you need to type in, and all these subjects are going to go like that and like that. We have several options. There are very many. Ideally, learners are supposed to do 10 subjects, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are very many. If learners are supposed to do 11, these ones are very many. So there are other options. You may find that at your school they don't do arts or they don't do agriculture. But for them, they may be doing something else. Maybe they are doing technology and design. So this same sheet for art, you can use it for technology and design. Okay, you can use it for technology and design. You can't change the word art, but just know you can change up here where there is TD, and the marks of TD can be put on this column. If your school never offered this as an elective, because schools offer, you may find that a school is not offering ICT as an elective, you can use the ICT sheet for physical education. But there is also physical education, maybe, and you don't need to use all. Only use those that you need. So that is good enough. Now, finally, we have the summary sheet. The summary sheet now has been reorganized in this version. You can feel free to edit this summary sheet the way you need. If you want to print out a summary of results, maybe as class teacher for end of term staff meeting. So the coursework out of 20 assessment is here summarized, and also for schools which are not doing out of 8 exams, there will be the total out of 16, out of 20, the average out of 3, and then the descriptor So we have separated. The out of 20 has its own descriptor here if a learner is moderate. So you can be able to know which learners are in moderate, which learners are outstanding, which learners are basic. Then when it comes to out of 80, also is here summarized, also with the grades. Even out of 100 is also summarized with the grades. And at the end, we have still the total now basing on the one of out of 100. Yeah, now at this point, before I go ahead to generate the report cards, I want to see if there is any feedback or any comment right now on what you have observed as the new features in this version. Mr. Aino Mujuni, you have told me that your school is using version 3 already. I don't know if you have any comments so far on what you have observed from this, and if there's any other member who wants to ask any question, can unmute before I proceed. Now, in this case, I'll be through with the Excel side. Now I'm going to be generating the report cards. So I want to give a chance to 1 or 2 people to say something, especially those who are using the software before. Even those who are not using the software, you can be able to ask a question or any comment before I proceed. You can unmute. Okay. Yes, Mr. Neomjuni. Mr. Neomjuni, you have unmuted. Have you taken note of the new changes that we have added in this version? I don't know whether people are not hearing me. Members, are you hearing me? Are you able to unmute? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Hey, I didn't want to just be rapping throughout. I wanted to interact with people so now that people are seeing what I'm saying. So I've mentioned some improvements in version 4. The first one, the generic skills are now easy to enter because some of our teachers, they have challenges in typing. So there is a drop down, they can select and you can add more others and you can even edit them as you want, but it becomes easier for you to enter the generic skills. That is one. The other change that we have worked on has been we have organized this side of the summary sheets very well. There was something in version 3 where it was rounding off. We have increased it to 2 decimal places because sometimes it could round off like 1.48 to 1.5, and yet here it could still show basic instead of moderate. So we have fixed that issue. And yeah, and there are other updates that we are going to see the other side in the report side in terms of the layouts that we have added. Okay, I think if there is no comment at this point, I think we should be able to proceed with the report side. So you enter in these comments, you enter in the photos, and then you close. Now, when you close your report card, your Excel sheet, this Excel sheet is what other teachers need. For it's only the ICT teacher, or if it is a DOS, or even the class teacher, if he's okay, he can use this other side. But this one is where the subject teachers will go to enter what? The marks. Now, after the subject teachers have entered the marks, now the ICT teacher is going to come and open this other report card. Okay. Now, it will ask you, it will remember the old path where the other Excel sheet was located. Now, for me, I'm going to go and first rename this folder because I have a folder which is in local disk D, which is called the tech, where I was using. So I'm going to first go and I rename so that it doesn't connect to that one. Otherwise, it will connect to the other old one And that's what some people find challenges with. So if you have, so now when I try to say yes, if I had not renamed, it was just going to connect to the previous path. But since I've renamed the other old path, it is going to fail to connect to the other, and it's going to ask me where to connect to. So I will say try to reconnect data source, and then from there I can go and I select my senior 2 folder, and I go inside the right sheet. So members, take note, if you have worked on senior 2 and you get that instance and you make for senior 3, it will still connect to the other side of senior 2. So it's better you go and rename the folder where the other data entry sheet was, so that it asks you and you connect the right place. Otherwise, for you, when you get the software for the first time, it will just ask you because you don't have an old folder where it was located. So you can see it has automatically brought Mr. Lugana's photo, his name, the line number, all the details that we entered in Excel have been captured here. And then the marks that we entered are there. We entered the 4 marks. It has automatically put the generic skills and the remarks. So it becomes easier. In older versions, all these ones were blank. You had to type them manually. Now, the only thing that you need to do here is you need to type in the competencies for that particular term, because we have different classes doing different topics, so I couldn't put them for you. So you go to your syllabus book and you get, if it is the senior 1, you get this competence. It is inside the syllabus book. Now, ideally, as a school, you can be asking the teachers, as they supply marks for the topics, they should also give you the competencies. You can summarize them somewhere. And by the way, you don't need to wait for end of term to prepare to design the report card. Prepare this other part. You can work on this, put in these competencies and whatever early, so that you only wait for marks to come from Excel at the end of the day. So the report card, the topics which are being taught this term are already on the schemes. Teachers have finished scheming. So you go on those schemes of work where teachers have schemed. There is a competency and the topics. They are on the schemes of the CBC. And put them already, start preparing the report card now, so that at the end of the term, you don't have stress of, again, working on this. So for the publisher side, what you need is to go to the syllabus book, pick out the topics and the competencies, because in the new curriculum, we report about not the subject, but the topics. Each topic, we report about it. So all you have to do is to fill in these topics and competencies from the syllabus book for all the subjects. So we have put enough provision for each term, for each subject. If where you see I put one option, it means that subject has only that. Like biology, it has like 6 areas in one of the terms. So I was putting the maximum number of topics that are in the syllabus for each subject for all the terms. So you should be able to have enough space to put in here the topics and the competencies. So this is something that you need to work on. Ideally, the report card is having 3 pages of that kind of work. Now, up here where there is Sharebility Uganda High School, it is in the master slider. So you go to view menu and then you click on master page. Okay, so it is in the master page. So I'm going to do this report card. I'm going to change the logo. I click on this, I say change picture, and I change and I put there the picture for my school. So for example, let me try to get a logo of I have a logo on my desktop. I have a logo for Izon School of Computing. So I'm going to design report card for Izon School of Computing. So I remove this one, which is a placeholder logo. And I put the name of Izon School of Computing. So I even changed the name of the school and I call it Izon School of Computing, if that is the name of my school. And feel free to use your design skills. You can be able to put this badge on the right. Instead of putting it in the middle, you can put it on the right. Feel free to design here, put there your school motto, put there your school website, everything that you need, contacts, you use that and you design. These lines here, feel free to change the colors of the lines. Now there is this other logo which is in the background also. Also you click on it and change picture, okay? And when you do change picture from file, you'll be able to select this picture. And then now the logo comes when it is too dark. So what you need to do is you need to make this logo a bit transparent. So you right click on it and say format picture. And then the transparency, if you're using Office 2013 and above, you'll use transparency. If you're using all the Office, then use brightness. Yeah, so you can change this to like 90% or 80% so that it becomes faint and becomes when it can be able to be at the back. Now down in here, you put there the motto of your school also, if that's what you want. So yeah, so you put there perfect. So I put there perfection, our goal. So that is my logo, my motto. You can put here, when is the next term beginning? Next term beginning, print date, when is it? Then, so this other part is like that. So after you have go from the master, I click on close master page, and it will come back here. So this one changes on all the pages of the report card. Once you do it in the master page, it changes on all the pages. So we have 3 pages of the detailed report card. Now, after that, we have 3 more pages. Now, these 3 pages, we have this one, which is for, in case your school has only activities of integration, you don't have out of 8 exams, then what you do, you will go and delete the other 2 pages. You just come to this one here and right click and delete. Okay, it goes away. So you can remain with only 4 pages. You can delete. In case you delete and you want the page back, you just have to go back and get another fresh publisher file from the folder. Yeah. So if it is the 3rd term where we have, or your school needs this kind of format of the report card, which is like this, which has the activities and everything, then you can go to this one and delete it. Or you can even remain with both. So you are the one to decide what you want. For us, we have given you all the options. So I'm going to delete this one. Let me remain with this one. This is the latest layout which we have added in this version. This yellow thing, it was just there to notify you. So you can remove that yellow thing and you remain with this kind of report card. Now, we have automatically these comments, and I told you all these comments can be customized on the class teacher's sheet. If you don't want these comments, we copied from what NCDS had provided, the comments, the grade descriptors which are there. Now this side, the teachers' names are manually, they are not from the other side. So you just, because you know, for a given stream, it is one teacher who is teaching mathematics. So you just put here the teachers' names or the teachers' initials. So you can just say, the teacher for this one is Mr. Ainomu Juni. So I'll say Ainomu Juni. Okay? Yeah, so Ainomu Juni Alex. Or you put there AA if you want initials. Yeah, so you need to edit and put in the names of all the teachers also directly here on the report card. They are not the other side in Excel. Okay, so that is where you edit. So I'm showing you areas that you edit. We have put the logo in the back end, the subjects. If in your school you are not doing ICT, but you are doing, okay, you are not doing art and design, but you are doing technology and design, then you come here and you change the subject. Remember, the marks, you will put them on the art Excel sheet, spreadsheet, the other side, but that name will not come. If here you put their technology and design, and these marks which you put the other side under art are the ones which are going to come here. And so the parents will see technology and design, which your school teaches. Yeah, so those optional subjects are there. Yeah, so if you think maybe another subject is there, but you totally don't do it and you want to remove it, you can delete the row. So I can come here and I say maybe I don't do this, I don't do maybe RE, and then I can go to the table design and then I delete that row totally, and the row will totally disappear from the, I can say delete, and I say delete rows, and CRE is totally going to disappear from my report card because we don't use it, and even we don't need it on the report card. So you can delete it so that you have enough space, more space freed up. So at the bottom here, the things will all come from the other side. The games, the projects, whatever you put there, the class teacher's comments will automatically come from the other side. You don't change them. Now, the only other part that you need to change is this part where you need to put the class teachers' names and then the head teachers' names, and that will be all. Now, the head teacher's comment is also being auto-generated in this version. In case you don't want auto-generated comments, you just go to the other side and leave it empty, and here it will also be empty, so that you just print and the head teacher will be able to sign manually with a pen, so that there is some ink on the report card. Yeah, so after editing your report card and you think this is good enough, you are good to go. You go under mailings. We are now going to generate report cards that we print. But before you generate them, click on this part where there is edit recipients list. Edit recipients list, you click on that so that you deselect. There could be those learners who are not supposed to get report cards, maybe they are first defaulters. There could be, but sometimes Excel selects even empty rows. So you unselect, what you do, you unselect all, and then you select. For example, I want to make for Rugwana, and I want also to make for Mukalere only. So I click OK. So after I've done that, I click on finish merge and merge to new publication. Now, this other part is not for the history teachers and biology teachers. For them, they finish their part, the other side in Excel. This is for the ICT person at school or the ICT teacher, even the class teacher. If there are some class teachers, he teaches geography, but he has his laptop and is comfortable managing his class. So he can be able, it's not very complicated. This is a simple mail merge feature. So it is going to generate now, since we are having four page report cards, it's going to make 8 pages for 2 students. Now, some schools insist that they want only 1 page report card. If that's the case, then you can delete the other 3 pages from the master before running. So in that case, you will make 1 page for each learner, and it will be making this one, which is the summarized page for each learner. Yeah, but for us, we've given you something that helps you to make report cards as prescribed by the NCDC, but you can be able to use the tool and you achieve whatever report format that you need, and it's 100% editable. It's like Microsoft Word. If I want this attendance to go the other side, I can. If I want to change the report card to landscape, many schools are using this software for different purposes. Now, before printing, you need to save your report card as a PDF. You need to save your report card as a PDF, so that, because publisher normally disturbs with print margins. So I'm going to save it under Senior 2, and I say Senior 2 final reports for printing. For printing, okay? For printing, and then I choose PDF format. PDF format automatically scales the paper, even when it is out of margin, it automatically scales it, it fits. And then that PDF is one you put on the flash and take on the printer, which has a printer, and you'll be able to print your report cards. So I've finished processing for Senior 2. The same thing I've done for Senior 2 has been being done on other computers for Senior 3 and for Senior 4. Yeah, so my Senior 2 report cards as a class teacher, I've finished processing them, and I have my Senior 2 report card. So I have a report card. My first learner is Rugwana, and then I have another learner also after this one, who is Mukalere. So this one has even a summary sheet for Lugwana is there. That is the summarized version. And then we have now the next student, Mokalere, also having up to the summary, the summarized page, which is also at the end. So the summary and the first have a picture because some schools just print this one. But we are advised to print a detailed report so that the teacher, the parent can know about the competencies and the cursiva of the learner, the knowledge, skills, and even project work, everything integrated on the report card. So members, we keep improving these report cards every term, and we even have for other levels. For primary, like for primary, I have here, let me just show you a sample for primary here. It is based on the same principle for primary. It is also here. We did this one for, I think it was for cavalry. Yeah, it has a similar principle. We also have one for A level. For A level is also there. So all these ones are there, and we have all optimized all of them for use. Okay, so you can customize, like for example, look at this one as I finalize. This one here is a one-page report card for a primary school called Ikra Junior School. Okay, this was just a sample, something. So this was a sample report card. So Ikra Junior School, primary level, and BOT midterm, even A level version 4 is coming out with BOT midterm and end of term. They are all there. Very easy to use. You buy once, you don't have to buy again. You can only give us money again if maybe you make another version and you want it. But if you have your version, if you bought and it's working for you, you don't have to pay anything. You can continue using your old version forever. But it's like when you buy Windows 7 and then Microsoft makes Windows 10, you are not, it's not compulsory that you have to buy Windows 10. You can remain with your Windows 7 forever. But if you want Windows 10, then you can pay some little money. In this case, you pay only 50%. Our old clients, like I know Johnny and others, you will only pay 50,000 to get the latest version of this upgrade of the software. So at this time, I want to thank you very much, members, for being with us. In case you need the software, you can just call. You can just call us. Some schools, even when the software is only 100,000, some schools ask us to go and train because maybe their teachers, even Excel is a problem. So in case you want us to come to your school and maybe install, we charge 500,000 on top. 500 is for coming to train you. So in that case, you pay 600. You pay 500 for the training and the 100 for the software. Yeah, sometimes we may even charge some money for transport if your school is very far. Yeah, so but the software, if you can just follow the video, this video is going to be on YouTube. If you can just follow the video, you just pay the 100, and for you do everything from there. Most of the schools have done that. So just call this line, and we can be able to, you'll send even payment, you can send on mobile money, send me your email, I can send you the software, and we shall be able to be good to go. So I want to end at this point. In case of any feedback, I want to give members a chance to say something on what you have observed as we conclude with our meeting. Anyone who wants to say something, what have you noted? If there's let me I just want to hear from one or two members and then conclude. Yes, Sharif.
Thank you so much, Rogers. This is Safir Kuichiriza.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for the presentation. But what I have seen also, which is still becoming a big task, is inserting the teacher's initials manually. Imagine
but
if you want
now
to.
what you do, you only do it once before, and this one you can even do it now before the end of term. It is something that can just take you just get the staff list, you know, the teachers of your class. This is something that can just take you like 20 minutes. Just type in the names of teachers and that's all. Once, you not put for every student. You put it once when you are on this page of the master, page.
Master slide.
Yeah, on the master page. You put it once and save. Then when you run, all learners, because it's the same teacher teaching that particular stream, we couldn't put the other side in Excel because the fields got full. But in other, like the one of primary, the names of at the other side of Excel.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, any other comment or question? Just unmute. Yes, Edwin. Edwin, you can unmute.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Mkabure.
Good evening.
Yes, this is Edwin from Rukunjiri, St. Francis.
Yes.
I like your presentation because I follow you much on your website, Sharebility. Even on WhatsApp, I have you in the group.
Okay.
I like your work so much, and I'm eagerly waiting for that one of A level, whereby we shall be having the beginning of term, then mid-term, and like end of time like that.
Okay. I'm going to organize another Zoom because of time, and then we shall go through one of A level as well, and it's also available. I've been working with all these ones, even primary, and these ones to make sure that they are approved. So I'll organize another Zoom. I think let me give it 2 days. Maybe we can do it on Monday.
All right. Then on students' picture, there is when it cuts someone on the head, like on the head.
Okay, now when it cuts someone on the head, it is because maybe now there are two things. You can fix it from within here, from within the master page. You see, this is just a picture, and we have what called picture tools. Okay. So
Yes.
if you overcropped and there was little breathing space on the picture, then it might end up cutting. Like for example, in this case, if I go to the one of Mr. Lugwana, I don't know where it is. It was somehow getting cut off. Okay, so let me just show you Control Home. So yeah, the one of Mr. Lugwana here, you see, it is almost somehow cut off. So what happens is you can remove you can see either you make sure that your photos don't overcrop very close to the head, or you come here and change the style of the photo, and you do it once also on the master page. So now, for example, you can see there are very many. I chose a layout like this one, but you can choose another one which is like this, which doesn't overcut. Are you getting me?
Yes, I'm getting.
Yeah, so you can just use one of those and you find that it will not overcut. You put there the photo, the way the photo is. So you can just try to organize the photo using, you can use one of these presets here and make sure that the photo doesn't come out. Or you can just format picture, remove the borders, remove the background and everything, and make sure the photo can be able to be there. Otherwise, when we are cropping, let us crop very near the head.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Welcome. So members, I thank you very much. If there's no other comment, thank you very much for tuning in for today. I hope you have taken note of the new features, the issue of the generic skills, is and how to enter, and other bug fixes, and even the new formats which have been added in the report side, which you can be able to choose from. So I thank you very much, and I want to wish you a good night. Bye.